Let's turn our attention to another case study. I want to introduce you to a very exciting place. It's called Fortress. Fortress is one of Australia's largest video game venues, focusing specifically on esports. This has a live broadcast production facility. It's got 200-seat arena. It's got a private party spaces. It's got a huge themed restaurant. You know what? Let's just take a look at the video to see everything it's got, because it also has Q-SYS. Let's learn a little bit more about this venue. We have with us Adrian Davis, who's with the AVIT group that is the integrator for Fortress. This was an installation in Melbourne. I know you're working on an even bigger one in Sydney. Can you tell us, Adrian, a little bit about what role does Q-SYS play in Fortress?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Look, Q-SYS actually looks after everything in the venue, from architectural lighting via Dynalight, event lighting via the Grand MA control, environmental control via building management system, literally everything. Broadcast video via Ross Video, automation of their console booths where you can go and grab a console and play, in their tavern, which is very themed and awesome. And would you believe Q-SYS also looks after the audio processing in the venue as well?
Can you tell us a little bit about why Fortress chose Q-SYS as the platform of choice here?
Yeah, of course. So, look, Fortress was originally using another control system. However, they elected to switch to Q-SYS for three main key reasons. The first being how easy it is to access the designer software. The second being the ease and clarity of the training videos that both Patrick and Nate produce, and the whole team that produced those. I mean, I watch them because that's who I am, and they're fantastic. And thirdly, finally, the ability to make changes internally to adapt to the ever-changing event experience deliverable requirements that they actually need within the space.
That's great. It's great to hear, and thank you. I understand you've got a pretty good story for us, that you noticed something about the core that was running in the Melbourne installation. I'll let you tell it.
Yeah, thanks so much, Nate. It's kind of surprising to us. It surprised us a whole heap. I'm actually going to go a little bit off script and actually just show you what we found. So down in Melbourne, they have their Q-SYS core is basically based around a single central core. It's a Core 510i running down there. And as you can see from my screen share, you can see how they access, like the horse place, they access it via a map. What was really interesting, we're like, well, why is there such a big core in there? So we actually went in here, had a look at how much of the resources they were using, and they were only using 7% of their resources of a Core 510i. So of course we're thinking, okay, well, do we really need to have a processor sitting there idling at 7%? So, and I'm going to do this live, and of course the demo gods will hopefully be nice to me. I'm going to change it from a Core 510i to a Core Nano. So this is the Bubba core. This is the tiny core, the cheap core, as I call it, which I shouldn't. So let's just have a look at how much processing that uses. 20%, not 50, not 60, not 70%, but 20%. It's just unbelievable to us. So what we decided to do for our Sydney installation is move everything over to Core Nano. We don't need to have all those inputs and outputs. We can get those externally via the network. And, that's completely changed our design. So as such, in Sydney, we're actually deploying, as I said, multiple Core Nanos as opposed to that single larger processor. And that allows us to adapt to changes in each space. And as I've just heard from the announcement, and it's new to me today, obviously with vCore, that allows us to do something even cooler when that's available. So we'll be able to spin up vCores for control of, maximum uptime and all that stuff. But particularly, they get lots of weird requests. And for them to be able to fill that and build that on a vCore and have it ready to deploy without impacting the rest of the system, that's huge. So amazing announcement today, guys.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you being here. I look forward to my personal invitation to come down and hang out with Fortress.